climate change and in the sector of industrial development, they mostly care about others, but their care is the first priority while they are working around these sectors. And being the environmentalist, I know there are certain degrees where health, safety, and environment is their core subject while they are working for the industrial development and working or like being educated in the fields of environmental sciences or climate change. So this subject is very, very important subject to be addressed. That is why we have organized this lecture for today. I would like to share a little bit about the important facts that highlight why this discussion is both like timely and necessary. According to global estimates from the organizations like ILO, International Labour Organization, nearly 2.9 million people die every year due to the work-related causes, including the occupational diseases and accidents. Sometimes we just hear the news about the blast in the mining area, and there are workers who have died due to these things. But there are few IoT-based solutions that we can integrate into it, and our youngsters can definitely work around those IoT-based sensors that can sense the occurrence of any of the disaster in that particular area. And one of our outgoing traineeship program trainee officer is also working in the mining industry, and we had plans working with the mining industry in that aspect as well. So in addition to that, over 400 million non-fatal workplace injuries occur annually, many of which are preventable through the better safety practices and policies. During our last traineeship program, one of the group has worked around the shipbreaking industry, and they identified that Turkey's shipbreaking industry is working as per the policies and frameworks of the global as per the global standards for the decarbonization and for the health, safety, and environment of their workers.
Ma'am, you are currently not audible. So these were some of the opening remarks from our CEO. What she meant to say was the importance of today's disaster risk management and combining it with IoT and some visionary platforms to fully overcome these issues. So moving forward, it is my pleasure to invite a respected professional and member board of director at GenAI, Colonel Retired Mohammad Ali Haider, whose experience, leadership, and strategic insights make him an inspiring personality for all of us. His valuable understanding of environmental responsibility, organizational safety, and national development adds immense value to today's discussion. We are truly honored to have you with us, sir. Now, without taking much more time, I humbly invite Colonel Retired Mohammad Ali Haider to deliver his guest lecture on today's important theme. Sir, the platform is all yours.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. And first of all, I'm extremely delighted to join this professionally rewarding forum of GenAI, and thankful to CEO GenAI, Pratapan Shima, a young leader, for once again giving me an opportunity to talk on an emerging critical subject. Before getting into my subject, I would like to appreciate the premise which was given by the CEO, Janai. It was very much fruitful, and one has to really understand that workplace environments and overall environments are critically combined to each other. They are very well connected. And the way it has been explained, I'm really amazed, because this is what we require, and we have to join with the efforts on both fronts: the health, safety, environment, and climate change. If my slides are visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there was an option, right? So I thought maybe there's a silence completely. However, uh, to start with the presentation. Now, the topic in itself talks about a critical factor, and that is a linchpin that has been deliberately put into the caption. There's a reason for that. One has to really understand that there are certain very small little components which are, if out of connection, they are likely not to join the entire efforts and the initiatives. So the linchpin is always a small little, the entire system or entire initiative with the work which you want to take. If that has not been there, that is taken out, the things will go for six. So this is how this linchpin is referred to HSE. And when we direct this very thing towards the ensuring global sustainability and resilience with reference to HSE practices with climate actions through integration. First of all, let's have emerging global thematic perspective. It's extremely important to really get into the setting before commencing with all your initiatives. HSE practices in consonance to climate actions under the ambit of integrated approach is increasingly recognized globally as a strategic imperative for sustainable development and risk resilience. International framework promotes aligning HSE system with the climate objectives, ESG principles, SDGs, and ISO standards, that is 14001 and 45001, to address emerging environmental and occupational risks, encouraging organizations to adopt proactive, risk-based approaches for long-term sustainability. Let's have a little contextual reference to pre-disaster preparedness. This must be kept in mind that integrated HSE climate change practices and actions play a critical role in pre-disaster preparedness by enabling proactive risk-based approaches while also strengthening mitigation, response, and recovery capabilities across the disaster management cycle. No matter how well prepared you are, the occurrence of disaster results in miseries like harm and fatal injuries to life, damage and destructions to the property and assets, and degradation to the environment. Yet, the impact of disaster can be significantly reduced through proactive pre- and post-disaster planning and management aligned with the integrated HSE practices, climate adaptation, and resilience strategies. Now, this thing must be kept in mind. You must be seeing all the, the icons in the left side. They all are interlinked to each other. So keeping that thing in mind, embedding these confined to the organizations or the outfits very exclusively, but has its far-reaching, extended fronts when talk factor. So this thing must be kept in mind that initially there is a perception among the people that HS is very much subject to the offices area. No, sorry. Its scope has been extended in the light of the perception of that its scope has to be increased and to create a set in which these both things can be dealt in a very efficient manner without compromising other factors. The core is to signify the prominence of practices, climate change actions as a key drive for ensuring sustainable resilience, unified. Now, these are important things. Environmental safety protocol established global change is primarily subject to a setting by the nature. The nature has already been done in before our, the creation of our universe. Then we come to the post-program setting. The phenomena of unfriendly global climate change is primarily subject to ill or loosely controlled anthropogenic, that's human activities. There are, very quickly, I would like to show you the principal reasons